Good morning, friends. My name is Chef Rohan Philip. What I'm going to do here today for you is I will show you how to go ahead with the today with a peri peri marinade, and how we are going to fuse it with paneer, that is cottage cheese. And I'll just show you, it is a very healthy and easy way to just make something at home which can actually fulfill your family needs for a snack in the evening or for a cocktail party that you're holding at home. So guys, just let's start. We'll take a bowl. To go ahead, first we'll start off with some good chili paste. 2 spoons of it would be enough. And then followed with some ginger powder, good quantity of little onion powder, since we don't want to bite the onions when we are when we're eating the paneer. Anyways, we would be putting the onions between the two cottage cheese. Anyways, coming down, the main ingredient is the peri peri. The peri peri powder gives it a distinctive flavor while we're making the peri peri paneer. And a slight amount of oil to emulsify the entire marinade. What we do here is we mix it up. As if you can see from here, do you see the distinctive red color? It is because of the peri peri and the chili paste that we have used over here. All the distinctive flavors of each spices will only come out when we add salt to it. And to add salt, all the chefs generally prefer catch, because catch has a consistent saltiness. Every salt has its own every brand has its own distinct flavor. Now catch, when it comes, it is very unique and has a certain amount of saltiness which it continues all throughout. So when I'm using this, I know how much I'm using, and every time the salt ratio will be perfect. It's a very simple and easy dish to make though. So now that our marinade is ready, सच पूछो, catch के मसालों का कोई match ही नहीं. Now if you're at home, you can use small toothpicks also. So this satay stick is what we would skewer the paneer at, and to hold it on, we will use some diced bell peppers, and also we will use some dices of onions. So I was just trying to show you, these are the bell peppers and the onions that we're going to use to skewer them. But first, taking the cottage cheese, which are cut into a lengthwise and a width of almost 1.5 centimeter, whereas a length of at least 4 centimeter. Now what happens is, why we have cut it like this? Yes, you might not be able to cut it at home with such a big length if you are making a homemade paneer at home. But you can cut into smaller pieces as per your variation and requirement that you have. Here I'm going to make around close to 1 portion that we generally do. So what I would do is, we serve generally 4 skewers, and each skewer has 2 paneers on it. So it would require around 8 pieces, and my marinade is enough for 8 pieces. Since our cottage cheese requires a certain amount of time to get marinated so that the salt and the spiciness seeps into the cottage cheese, we need to give it a little rest. And whenever you're marinating, make sure your cottage cheese is room temperature. If it's room temperature, it will absorb more flavor when it's cooking while it's been marinated. If it's too cold, generally cold things don't accept too much of marinade into their body. That's what I have found in my general years of working. Yes, you can marinate it, but it won't. The flavors won't be the same as you do generally. We'll leave a little marinade to just apply on it once the entire skewering is done. Because as soon as you start skewering the paneer, there would be a certain amount of marination that would be left out. So first you skewer in the paneer. You take a piece of onion, red onions. You take another piece of the cottage cheese. You skewer in. Ensure that whenever you're cutting the paneer, you have equal sizes and variation, because when you're putting it on the grill, it needs to be on the right lines. Otherwise, it will not grill properly, and it will not have the right impact on the texture that you're looking for eventually. So everything while cooking is very important. When you see whatever marinade is left out, please rub it onto the cottage cheese, which gives a right amount of texture. So what we would do is we would let it rest for a little bit, and by the way, by the time you rest it, the temperature would settle down, the marinade would seep into the cottage cheese, and then we would take it down to the grill. And then what we get out when we do it on the grill, we get the right grill marks on it, and the taste enhances by that. Okay. जो पेरी पेरी पनीर हमने जो बाहर उसको मैरिनेट किया था, उसे 1 घंटे हमने मैरिनेट कर लिया है. अब हमें उसे ग्रिल करना है. ग्रिल करने के लिए पहले तो तवा बहुत गर्म होना चाहिए, और हो सके तो हमेशा एक प्याज को हल्का सा तेल लगाकर उसके ऊपर रब करने से उसके ऊपर एक अलग सा एक नेचुरल टेफ्लॉन कोटिंग बन जाता है, जो जिससे आपका खाना तवे पे चिपकता नहीं है. तो आप वो जो बना हुआ पेरी पेरी पनीर है उसको आप लेंगे और आप उसको ग्रिल करने के लिए लगा दीजिए. सलाद के साथ डालिए थोड़ा सा ड्रेसिंग, और बन गया आपका पेरी पेरी पनीर. बहुत स्पाइसी है, आप अपने स्वाद अनुसार उसको कम स्पाइसी या ज़्यादा स्पाइसी कर सकते हैं. घर में कभी भी कोई मेहमान आए तो ज़रूर आपके लिए बेस्ट है ऐसा कुछ स्नैक, जो आप टूथपिक पे लगा के इंडिविजुअल पीसेस भी कर सकते हैं. कभी भी कोई डाउट हो तो प्लीज़ ये वीडियो रेफर कीजिएगा. थैंक यू.